Okay, so I know you requested a screen recording, but the screen record software for Windows, the Xbox Game Bar, it can only record one screen at a time. So I've tried a few different workarounds, but there's no way for me to actually just show you everything I need to show you between this document here and the GUI that actually pops up. So I'm gonna have to do it like this. Apologies for the quality there. So to walk you through the to-do list, I was only able to complete 1 and 2 here because of course 3 and 4, as I indicated in number 2 of this. Numbers 3 and 4 were dependent on my group mates progress. That is dependent on calculations that come from the middleware. So of course, if I can't perform those calculations, then I can't, communicate with the client class and I can't display the amount charged. So I couldn't do that. I was able to complete to-do list number 1 and 2 here. Add inputs to the GUI for customers to indicate the time they check in and check out, and test that these inputs generate storable variables, right? Stuff we can do stuff with. So we'll jump over here. We'll just execute the program real quick. Little five floor, 25 spot garage. We'll leave stuff here real quick. So you'll see these first 4 inputs, those are old ones. Those are ones I already had, but you'll note that the today's date and the current time inputs, those are the new ones. So let's just input some information here real quick to show that we are actually getting this information as usable variables from the GUI and able to work with it in middleware. So let's say we check in on Christmas Day of last year. So the car's been here for a while. And let's say it was around this time. So 18, 13, so 6:13 p.m. Cool. And I simply, after we get that info, I instantiate a client with that info as, the requisite stuff. And I print the toString. Just to show you that we're actually storing that info and doing stuff with it. So my name, the phony card number, the phone number, like I said, we checked in Christmas Day 2020, 6:13 p.m. And you'll note date out and timeout are null because of course we haven't checked out yet. So that is exactly what we expect. So let's say we leave now. Now you'll note that when we check out, of course, there's no way to indicate who we are because there's no, we have not established database connection for this project yet. So we can't actually choose who we are. We can't check out, properly, but I do have a test client, and just a phony client here that allows us to see that we are actually doing something with this information. So let's indicate when we check out. Let's just make it today, and let's make it the time it is right now, 6:15 p.m. Cool. And yeah, you'll see there that if you look at the date out, that is today's date, which is the date I put in, and 8:15 p.m., which is the time I put in. So we are storing the time in and date in and time out and date out variables as something that we can actually use in the client class, which is awesome. Quickly, this is the new file I created, GUI-TO, which stands for time out, because of course that's what the screen serves the purpose for. It's its own file because my group members have requested that each screen of the GUI be its own file, which is completely fine by me, so I'm honoring that here. And yeah, in terms of that, it's just adding labels, text fields, and the phony client and whatnot. And my changes to the client itself are just adding these variables for date in, time out, whatnot, making sure that you need a time in and date in to instantiate the client. And then of course, being able to change the date in and the date out and the time out, because of course, you're not going to know what that is until you get to a certain point. So you need setters for that, which I added appropriately. And that should be everything.